Hey guys, my name is Matt Johnson, and it is finally here. Yes, the fourth and final part of my behind the scenes of Noah and Mallory's wedding film is here, and I am so excited to share it with you. In this video, I'm gonna cover every little bit of the wedding reception from beginning to end, starting with the massive lightning storm that rolled through and nearly ruined the entire wedding. They had to move everything inside, everyone was panicked. Things went totally crazy. I thought the wedding might have been over at that point. Also, I'm gonna cover all of our lighting that we used during the reception, all of the audio that we used for the toast, the dancing and how we kind of danced with everybody and filmed that, and the epic exit that occurred with the lightning storm in the background. Easily my favorite exit that I've ever filmed. All that's in this video, so I'm not gonna waste time. I'm gonna jump right into it as soon as I tell you to go watch the other 3 previous videos to this, which cover everything else on the wedding day. So if you want to watch the reception, watch this video. But if you want to watch everything else, establishing shots, them getting ready, the ceremony, that's all in the previous 3 videos, which are linked to up in the corner and down in the description for you to check out. Also, Noah and Mallory's wedding film is there too if you want to watch that, because hey, this whole BTS is about that. So I figure that seems like a good thing to link to. On to the BTS. Okay, wedding ceremony is over. Most stressful period is over. And that went fast. That went faster than I thought it would, because I was miking people like, oh, we got some time. And then I go outside and I'm like, oh, wait, people are lined up. I don't have time. This is nuts. So I've got all the audio stuff now. I need to put that up. We're gonna transition into reception time now. So move all of the audio gear to the soundboard for the reception. Make sure the spotlight's set up. Right now the photographer is filming the group shots and family photos, so we have a few minutes of downtime. Now we're gonna go set up the audio for the reception. So I have actually here the same exact audio setup that I had for the ceremony. So this is same recorder, same connections, because they're using essentially the same setup. There's a plug for the Zoom. That's good. And then we're gonna plug into the tape output of this board and see how it sounds. Tape output on the board. We are going to plug in the black into the left here, and then we're gonna hit the test record button, so it's gonna start receiving signal, and it says it's maxed out without anything. It looks like it's giving me enough signal saying that there is something, but it's just a buzz right now because I don't think the mics are on. So we need to figure out the mic situation, which is over here. And then I need to talk to the sound guy for that, who was playing the music during the ceremony. I have audio running into the tape output of this board, and I need you to do an audio test for me first of all, just to like see if that's even registering. Okay. Sweet. Can you go do that for me, and I will stand here and give you a thumbs up if it is. And he's looking confusedly, so I don't know if that's actually all plugged in. So we're gonna hold on that. He's gonna get everything plugged in, or he's gonna find people that will do that, and then we're good here. John Mark here, up and coming musician. He's been at, he's played South by Southwest, ACL. He's opened for Kanye West.
Allegedly, but no.
And he's also wanted in the state of Wyoming for stealing a badger. But he's in Texas.
Debated.
Statute of limitations does not apply here, so he's doing good. There we go. This is what it's like being Noah's height. Wow, so great. We're walking together, happy, laughing. Ah! No, not like that. And you look back at him, that's good. Oh, wow. There we go. This looks so good in slow motion. You have no idea. This is my Russian tilt shift lens. It's 80mm and it looks beautiful. So hot. The slow-mo looks so slay right now. That's what the kids say. I'm saying it right.
Looks so slow.
I am so very shook about this weather and this wind, this moment.
He was like, okay, it's time to go.
This wind looks so good in slow motion.
from the video. There it is. I hope you tackle.
What kind of tackle did you say?
Close your eyes. The soft whispers from Grant.
Right here with the camera.
Mallory, your back is to him, and so you're like snuggled up all around her. Like that, but flip around, because
This way?
that way, toward the light.
With that wagon in the back there?
There we go.
I'm sorry, I'm just
Grab that black one.
Shut the front door here.
good competition.
I know what you want. I know what you want. Mr. Tilt Shift over here. We're gonna check the lighting situation in the reception hall because we have not checked that yet. And we should probably do that before the bride and groom enter. It's definitely still banding, but I'm not gonna worry about it for just for the entrance. Yeah, it'll be okay. So we are getting a little bit of banding because the chandelier's in here, but
We're gonna make it work.
we're gonna live with it. Little debrief here. After the ceremony, we were not planning on taking the couple out until after they have eaten, so around 6:30. But because there's now a storm coming in and my phone is telling me severe thunderstorm watch in your county that expires in 5 hours, and there's a really big thunderstorm line coming this way, we said, hey, can we get you guys for 5 minutes out here in the field? So Grant took them out there, we followed along, got some great stuff, and then I jumped in and I was like, okay, can we shift this a little bit here? And me and the photographer worked together to get some really beautiful images that I'm really excited about. And then they were still about to walk in, and then we're like, hey, we still have another like 2 minutes because people are still walking in. Can I get you guys over here by this tree? And we had them all snuggle up next to the oak tree, and it looks so pretty in slow-mo. Like, it is gonna be so great because the wind's blowing. We don't normally shoot in slow-mo for a lot of stuff because I find that shooting in slow-mo for everything is just kind of overkill. But for moments like this, where it is a highly dramatic moment where they're holding each other and seeing each other right after their wedding, slow motion gold, I want that. So in terms of surprises, what we learned earlier is that the bridesmaids and groomsmen have purchased confetti cannons, and they were telling us that they wanted to use them after the toast. And we said, well, that's not super compelling. Could you do something else? And so now we have heard back that they have changed it to whenever the bride and groom enter the reception. So they're gonna walk in, and there's gonna be confetti cannons going off, and it's gonna look super awesome. The only criteria that they were given was for the entrance, it has to be indoors so they can clean it up more easily so they don't want it on the patio. So we are gonna be indoors, but I'm hoping that's gonna look really cool. For the reception entrance, they're gonna come in through these doors. I'm gonna be on the glide cam backing up as they're coming in, and Rachel's gonna be getting detail shots over there. Hopefully it all works out. Things are always kind of crazy. Cool. Are you gonna be right here?
Yeah.
More or less?
Is that cool?
Yeah, that's great. I was gonna back up a little bit just to get that, because they're gonna confetti cannon up on the sides, I'm assuming.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please join
Yeah.
and welcome
Okay, cool.
Mr. and Mrs. Noah Rodner.
We're gonna take a quick break and eat, because anytime that we get a chance to eat, we want to eat. And it's not even like a pleasant eating on a wedding day. It's just like, I need to fuel my body so I can continue filming. And then hopefully, as long as the weather holds, we're gonna take the bride and groom out into the field and film them looking all pretty together.
They aren't doing anything.
All right, you guys ready? Count 3. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
That looked so good.
Really.
Incredible. So cool. So dainty.
Very beautiful.
Saw that one. Yeah, you guys are making a great hand baby right now.
Noah, can you whisper into her ear all the names of the children that you want to have?
Oh my goodness.
Thank you all. That's what I want. That's what I want. This is the shot that I want right here. This is it. All right, so if you look over this way, you'll see that there is actually a massive thunderstorm about to hit the wedding. If you look at the forecast this morning, 10% chance of rain. And I just held up a 5, but that's because I'm holding my glide cam. So double that, 10% chance of rain. And this is happening. And it looks kind of like a tornado. So it's cool, but this is what happens at a wedding. And on a wedding day, you cannot predict anything. So we're just gonna roll with it. They may end up having to move the entire dance floor and everything inside, at which point we're gonna have to do it. Yeah. And it'll work out. At the very minimum, it's looking like they're gonna have to move toasts inside. At least. So we're gonna need to set up the light inside. We're gonna need to figure out angles and set up for that and run from there. But hey, I did not promise you a perfect wedding today. I promised you chaos.
A real wedding.
A real wedding.
Real wedding.
With real people and craziness.
And lightning.
And lightning. Has any lightning struck in the background yet? Can I just stand here until it happens?
I'm waiting.
I'm waiting. I'm waiting on it, right? I'm waiting on
Matt, we need the light. Come on.
I know. Okay, we don't have time. Come on. Ah. So everybody's moving everything inside. And that light that I spent like 10 minutes setting up underneath the dance floor, we're gonna have to unplug it now and probably move it inside now. Dang it. But hey, you do what you gotta do. I hope we don't die, because this storm is massive.
I don't think this is gonna be bad, but we got a trash bag coming right now, at least to cover this for.
Okay, great.
You gonna take a picture?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Really?
Totally.
I'm doing a video right now. Oh, okay.
He's doing a video for me, don't worry. It's fine.
Oh no, I'm good.
We're going to unplug the light and bring it inside. I'm not gonna take the dimmer with me, because I do not have time before the storm hits, I think, to crawl underneath the deck and unplug everything, especially if they end up moving things back out here. So we're just gonna bring the light inside for now and hope that we get to come back out here. And if the dimmer gets broken, it was, I think, $18. So I'm not out a ton if it does break, but I don't think it will, because that thing's kind of built like a tank, so I'm not that worried. Inside we go. Okay, this is the mic that you're using. I have my sound recorder plugged into the soundboard. They don't even have the soundboard working yet, but I have my sound recorder plugged into the soundboard. I have my backup recorder ready to go into the microphone as soon as they actually get it working. Audio is almost set up. We are going to film the toasts and the first dances. I hope. We'll see. I've moved my light inside even without the dimmer. It's over here shining in, so it looks pretty good, I think. And between that, I also have my LED light that I bring along to light things for the toast. This is supposed to be like this wedding where I'm just like, it's a beautiful wedding, perfect day, nothing wrong, here's how we do it, so great.
But with weddings, you just gotta roll with the punches.
Yeah, you know? Oh, I'm rolling with it right now. We're rolling, that's all we can do. Just hit roll, let it happen.
You just roll it.
And it's a wedding.
It's gonna be beautiful.
We have mic stand here with a backdrop of hopefully lightning out the back, which is gonna look sick. Trying to make the best we can do here. On top of that, we're gonna have the bride and groom sit over here, and I've got my LED light here shining down on them to offer some nice side light. We're gonna tweak this as soon as they sit down. Honestly, they'll probably be angled a little bit, so are you okay with that? Okay, great.
Yeah, usually I'll be on the toaster the whole time, tight, 10 shoulders. Matt'll get groom.
They're not, I don't even know if they can hear us right now.
Groom, bride reactions and crowd reactions.
At this point, we have my Zoom H4n recording into the soundboard, and as a backup, I have my voice recorder on the top of the mic with my microphone wrap to make it sit there. So we have two sources of audio. I hope this works out. I'm feeling pretty good now. Now that we have all the audio stuff set up, everything's inside, I got the chandeliers that were flickering off, the music's playing, hey, it's going good now.
Now, when I look at them, I can say that God did immeasurably more than I could have asked or imagined. It's absolutely unbelievable. But I want to kind of take you guys on a journey through their eyes of how this whole friendship dynamic formed. It's my favorite story in the world. So we're going to speed through it really quickly for the sake of time. But I met Noah when I was a freshman in college at Impact. One of the coolest things I think in college was knowing that I had this list. Mallory gave me this list of things that Noah would need to know whenever he was ready to hit the And so I just was waiting and waiting for him to reach out to me. And I got a text back in January 2016.
When I'm holding you, as simple as a soul, yes you are. You're my hallelujah, yes you are. You're my hallelujah, you're my hallelujah.
So it's the dancing, like free-for-all dancing portion. So we're gonna try to control the light as much as possible. We want it dark, but we want some spotlight that we have already set up, that we set up for the toast that we'll leave to give some light, sorry, some flares and stuff like that. Also, when we're filming dancing, we're both handheld the whole time, so we'll both probably be on 50. I sometimes are on 85, even though it's harder to focus. We'll be really in the action, so really close, a lot of movement, some in slow-mo, some in not. We'll be like dancing with them, focusing on faces, and then me and Matt will shoot the same person. So like usually like in his other videos, like he's talked about this, but if he's shooting Bridesmaid 1, I'll be shooting that same group of people at the same time, getting a different angle of those people to try to, so we can make sequences, cutting them together. So we're always sticking together when we're shooting dancing, just like we try to stick together and everything else.
You just missed me climbing across a set of tables to turn off the side lights. So now there's only one side of lights on, and it's looking a lot better in here for dancing. So I think it's gonna be really good. Things have been salvaged. I'm happy to report. So there's still ridiculous lighting going on. It's still raining, but it's kind of stopped raining heavily now, so we're actually standing outside because it's quiet out here. I'm probably still yelling because I'm half deaf because it was so loud in there, but we got some fantastic dancing footage. They had an amazing first dance, choreographed mother-son dance, so good, and everything went well inside because I had already talked to the venue owners and I had a good rapport with them, and I said, hey, I really need to turn off these chandeliers because they are causing horrible banding. So they turned them all the way off, and now the lighting looks good, and it looks like a bumpin' party in there, which it really is. I think the kids would say it's lit. I feel like you're gonna be able to watch the wedding video and be like, this is a great wedding video. And then I'll be able to say at the end, like, just kidding, you need to see what we went through to film this wedding. And you're gonna be like, oh, well, good. I'm glad you rolled with the punches and made it work, which is honestly what 95% of filming a wedding is, I think, is just rolling with it, hoping for the best, but being prepared for every eventuality if you can. That's what I try to do. Now we've got some more dancing, and then they've got an exit coming up here pretty soon. So We'll film that. It's gonna look beautiful, I'm sure. Hopefully it won't rain too hard while that's happening, but maybe we'll get some lighting in the background. How incredible would that be? And then they're gonna drive off into the sunset, and we're gonna drive the hour and a half back to Dallas and sleep for approximately 15 hours, if I was to guess. That's about what I'm feeling right now after today. But it's been an amazing day. Noah and Mallory, you guys are awesome. So for the exit wise, me and Grant are gonna walk in front of you two.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
We're gonna kiss in the middle.
so romantic. You can kiss in the middle if you want to.
Kiss in the end.
Kiss the end, yeah. It's gonna be so hot. Lots of tongue.
And we're gonna,
lots of really, really nasty making out.
And then we're gonna hope that Noah can drive the manual away from the ceremony.
There's no guarantees here.
Praying right
But
now,
Really, no.
you know, if we
It
don't.
might stall and die, and we.
I'd prefer it once or twice. If you can completely burn out Sam's clutch, I would laugh
Oh my God.
so
I
hard.
practiced a little bit.
That's
Should be
good.
We should be good.
That's good.
Are we good?
Let's go!
Yeah, we got
Give us a smile. Tell us bye. Have fun.
Bye, guys.
Don't hit me! That's one of the best exits I've ever filmed. That lightning,
Progress.
what the crap. Like, that is insane. So stinking good. I need every wedding to have lightning like that somehow, but this is just perfect for them. So if you learned one thing from this video, roll with it. Just roll with everything,
And
it'll
have
be
your
fine.
camera rolling,
Don't stress, have your camera with you at all times, and just be ready to film regardless of what happens. We need to pack up the spotlight. We need to pack up all the audio gear. I need to get my dimmer that is under the deck that is probably ruined by now.
Yeah.
Josh, you got anything you want to say? You sure? Josh, here, get over here by the mic.
Matt's a great man. You can learn a lot from him, and this beard. This is something to look up to and live up to.
Most important part of filming every wedding is stopping at Whataburger after, because we're in Texas. Yo, my man.
Do you want cheese on it?
Yes, definitely. Do I want cheese on it?
Yeah.
That's
This is
it.
America.
God bless Texas. Ending process after you film a wedding. There's 3 things that I would recommend doing after you're filming a wedding. Well, 4 if you count eating at Whataburger or any other fast food restaurant. That is just required. I would not recommend filming a wedding and then driving home if it's longer than a 2-hour drive. Because for this wedding, it's an hour and a half. It's not that bad. But if this wedding was done, say, at midnight, and then I got to drive till 2:30 in the morning, I really don't want to do that. So if you can ideally book a wedding that is close to you or book a hotel room. Second thing, whenever you get home, back up your cards. Don't wait till tomorrow. Don't wait, because you will forget something. You need to do it while you're fresh, while you remember, while you're looking through all of your stuff saying this is good, this is good, this is good. Copy everything so you at least have it backed up in 2 places. So it's on the cards and it's on your computer. For me, I get home, I copy everything, even though that takes like an hour to get all the cameras, all the drones, all the audio recorders copied. Once I get everything copied, then I start copying to another hard drive and to the internet, and I go to bed. Last thing, sleep. Sleep so much. Sleep as much as you can. Sleep like you're dead. Sleep like you are in a coma. Don't do anything the next day if you can. Tomorrow, we have scheduled exactly nothing except for eating pizza with some friends of ours, because...
And maybe playing Settlers of Catan.
Okay.
Maybe.
Pizza and maybe playing Settlers of Catan. But otherwise, after I'm done filming a wedding the next day, I don't really want to do anything. I would be perfectly happy sleeping until noon.
Oh, later.
Waking up, eating a
Ew.
late brunch, just
2
a
p.m.
massive meal to recover all of my lost calories. And then I want to ideally play Zelda Breath of the Wild on my Nintendo Switch
Watch
for
TV.
6 hours. You deserve a break. I deserve a break. She deserves a break.
You have to take a break or it's not worth it.
You are self-employed, so you can take the day off, so you can be free, so you can go somewhere, so you can travel. It's so great.
To actually do it, or it's not worth being self-employed.
Exactly. That's the end of part 4. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video, and honestly this entire behind the scenes series, was helpful to you and gave you a ton of insight into exactly how me and Rachel film weddings. Could you please leave me a comment and let me know if you enjoyed watching these, if you actually watched all of them, because I'd like to make more in the future and I want to know if I'm actually doing the right thing for my channel or if I need to change and always do camera reviews and not behind the scenes of weddings. So please let me know. As always, if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave one below or get in touch with me through my website, WhoisMatt.com. It is also a ginormous help to me if you would consider liking this video and subscribing if you want to see more behind the scenes videos like this in the future. I also have an Instagram page where I post tons of behind the scenes photos and videos if you want to check those out at Instagram.com/WhoisMatt. And I have a Facebook page where I post gobs and gobs of camera news, which is stuff that I love talking about. If you want to follow me and also nerd out with me about cameras, the link to my Facebook page is down in the description of this video. Last 2 things. I'm offering one-on-one filmmaker consulting. So if you want to talk to me about any aspect that I talked about in this behind the scenes series, or you want to talk to me about anything else filmmaking related or business related or beard growth, I don't care. If you want to talk to me, you can sign up for consulting at WhoisMatt.com/consulting. Lastly, you can check out my wedding film production company, Filmstrong Productions, at Filmstrong.com. This is also the point where I make my very last plea. Please watch Noah and Mallory's wedding film if you haven't yet. If you've watched all 4 of the videos in this series and you haven't actually watched their wedding film, what are you doing? You can also watch their trailer. I'll link to that. And to the original behind the scenes I made, which honestly is already covered in all this stuff, so you don't really need to watch that. But hey, it's all gotta be linked. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for sticking with me through this entire behind the scenes series. It was a ton of fun to make. You have a great day.